Hey guys, it's Jess, and thanks for joining. This is my channel, A Card Day's Work, and I'm excited to have you here for another crafting video. Today we're going to be doing a super quick and easy card featuring Simon Hurley's newest release. This is sort of a Christmas in July release, and I wanted to use some of these products to make a quick card with you guys. So I started off by doing the ink swiping technique, where you literally just take the ink pad, apply it to your cardstock or your work surface, and you just swipe it directly across, and it gives you this really cool effect. This gave me sort of like a southwestern vibe, but also with the green and the red, it made me think of Christmas. Those two colors are new from Simon's latest release as well, and I'll have everything linked down below in case you guys want to check it out. I do apologize in advance for my voice. I'm having some allergy issues, so my throat is a little scratchy, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I did ink up this new background stamp, also from the newest release, and I am just applying some Woof gray ink here to my background. I wanted something subtle. You can see there it's fairly light. I liked that it was just kind of a light background piece, not something really loud and dark, but just something that was nice and in the background. Once I finished making the background, I did go ahead and trim that down to 4 by 5 1/4 so that I can mount it on a white A2 size card base. And this cardstock that I'm using is the Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock. It's very thick and sturdy, and works really well for creating your card fronts and your card bases. It makes really nice, sturdy cards. So once I got that trimmed down, I did go ahead and decide what I was going to do here as far as assembling my card. I went ahead and stamped out a cute little snowman from the newest stamp set. Again, this is from the newest release. I'm kind of using a collection of different things from Simon's July release. So once I went ahead and got that stamped out, I went ahead and colored it up. I will go ahead and pop on some music while I do the coloring. For those who have asked in previous videos, I always try to mention it, but sometimes I forget. The markers that I'm using to color here are Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. These are the Classique markers, and they're just an alcohol-based marker that I use to color. They're similar to a Copic in their ink formula, but they have different tip selections that you can choose with the different lines. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop on that music until the coloring is done, and then I will be right back with you to finish the card. All right, now that the coloring is done and we've cut out our cute little snowman, I decided to go ahead and stamp out an adorable sentiment to match. I'm using some black cardstock here. I treated the surface with an anti-static powder tool, and then I used a clear embossing ink to stamp out my sentiment. Now I'm using some white embossing powder from Ranger to pour on to my sentiment. It sticks to the sticky ink, and then you tap off the excess. And as long as you've treated it with that anti-static powder, all of it should just fall right off and not stick to your background at all. Use your heat tool to go ahead and melt that embossing powder, and you are set to go. Now, I decided that I wanted to cut around this whole sentiment like it was a speech bubble because I thought it would be really cute since it's like a question to the reader of the card. So what I did is I trimmed around the outside, and then I left a little tail on the edge over on the side there so that it would look like it was a speech bubble coming from the snowman. And I am really happy with how this turned out. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out when I first started it, but I'm glad that I stuck with it and tried it anyway because I absolutely love it. I'm using just a really sharp pair of scissors, to cut this out so that I have control, and it's easiest to move the paper if you can rather than moving the scissors. So you can see I'm kind of like turning the paper itself rather than turning the scissors constantly because I find that you get a smoother cut that way. All right, so there you can see we've got our cute little thought bubble going on, and then all I have left to do is assemble the card. So I'm using an ATG or advanced tape glider here to apply tape to the back of my card panel, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop that directly onto my white card base here. Again, this size for this is A2, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I can go ahead and apply my little snowman directly to it. Originally, I was going to pop him up on some foam tape, but I don't know, for some reason, I just decided to not do that. So here we have a flat card. It's fine. Sometimes flat is all right. I like to do dimensions sometimes, but it's okay. Flat's good too. Then I added the sentiment, and that finished off the card, you guys. Here's a look at the final card. I hope you love it. If you do, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in another one really soon.